should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. A beautiful fake. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. This is Bilal Powell. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
7 yards to go on second down. Now McCown. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
McCown on third down. And able to find Curley. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Let's go. McCown now on first down. To the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Let's go. Watch it now. On third down. That's Powell. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. He'll return it from the 6. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Here's a former 1,000-yard man for the Jets. It's Chris Ivory. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lewis. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Third down now following the completed pass. They run with their short yardage man, Ivory. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. Brad Nortman, in his 6th year in the league, on to punt it away, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And now out come the Jets. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And New York set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Looking sideline, incomplete. Jeremy Curley, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. McCown going to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Bortles to throw on second down. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. The 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Hurns, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they've got it here with a first down. So the D-line's going to spread out. McCown going to hand this one off to Powell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Here we go now.
On second down, here's McCown. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Jets on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's McCown. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Malik Jackson in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a second straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
They start on the ground with Ivory. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On second down, here's Bortles. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Down. This is Ivory. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that's caught inside the 35. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They go back to the ground attack here. It's Ivory. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Steps away to his left. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Allen Hurns with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Paul Posluszny. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Turnover differential last year in the NFL, the bottom 5 teams you'd expect. Rams, Browns, the Jags, the Bears, and the Jets. Tied at -20. These Jets, they have to solve that QB situation.
They, along with the other teams that you noted, they've got to get better play in that area because no team goes to the playoffs -20 in turnover differential.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. The play fake to Ivory. Now Bortles. A dump off for Ivory. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
When you surrender 24 turnovers in a season, 16 interceptions, 8 fumbles lost, Blake Bortles, You do hire a quarterback guru to try and get you right, don't you?
And that's what he did. Has to limit those turnover numbers, doesn't it?
He has a defense that's ready to play right now. He needs to help them by taking care of the ball.
And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Get a nice lead, you should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, and the Rams have opened it up to lead by a couple of touchdowns now. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Over.
They begin with a carry for Powell. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I can never stump you on stats, but go ahead and let the people know. Who was second in the NFL 2016 in yards per carry?
It was that man, Bilal Powell, right at 5.5.
He may have had to share some.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is McCown. And that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. This is taken around the 12. Oh, spinning away. A big-time return there, 40 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Bortles now on 1st down. They set up the screen to Ivory. And he's brought down. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And now it's 2nd down. This is Ivory. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Bortles going to throw. That's Hurns. He's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Hurns in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter up in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Here we go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
The final shot before half from McCown. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And some room to roam now. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here we go. Right. We got right.
They start the second half with a run by Ivory. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Here we go now.
Carry number 10 now for Ivory. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They go play action for Yeldon. Now it's Bortles. He goes underneath for Yeldon. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. After the penalty, it's Yeldon fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him early and try and create a big play.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Dante Fowler in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Hurry up, here we go.
McCown to throw on 2nd down. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. The Jaguars getting set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that... Chris Ivory off to the races. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Ivory, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars continue to roll. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Hurry up, here we go.
They start the drive with a give to Powell. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They go again with Powell. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Now let's go. Gun.
This is the running back, Powell. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2nd down following the run.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Here we go now. Throw it up.
A running play now for Ivory. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3rd down, here's Ivory. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go now.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Hey, tight end right. Watch tight end.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Here's Brad Nordman now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Curley. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jets take possession. New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 1st down, McCown. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Here we go now.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
1st and goal from the 5. They'll try to run with Ivory. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Blue 45.
Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Ivory with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And the busy afternoon continues for Ivory. Oh, he's got a little day. Chris Ivory off to the races. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Ivory, his third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And it's up and good. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
From the gun on third, McCown. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a play is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Play clock winding down. They stay on the ground. Ivory again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Jaguars on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is third down and 12. Now Bortles will give to Yeldon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8-ball.
They have gone to the fourth quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
No. All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. To the air on second down. McCown. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. Into the red zone now. It's McCown. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Here we go now.
Now McCown got to have this one. And he's going to go down again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And the storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for the Jags, That early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road day next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.